Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you the only way anyone can invest in real estate and earn passive income without buying land or building a house. Now you see, there are three major ways to make money as a real estate investor. You can either buy land at a cheap price, wait for it to appreciate and then sell at a higher price, or you can buy land, build on it and sell the house or probably rent it out. The third option is to buy a house, rent it out and probably sell it later. Now, everywhere in the world, these are the three major ways real estate investors make money, and it has always been like that. The problem is that even though real estate is one of the surest ways to earn both active and passive income, these methods cost a lot of time, money, and energy. Now, the question is, how else can the ordinary man earn from real estate investing without giving an arm and a leg? This is what you will learn in this short video. Just pay attention and I'll be done very soon. You see, one word that allows anyone to earn an income from real estate investments, whether it is for a short period or for the rest of their lives, is what I call equity. Hold on, I'll explain it to you. You see, in simple words, equity is the amount of ownership a person owns in a company or in an investment. Let me give an example. Let's say two friends want to start a business importing yams from Benue State to Lagos State. So they buy the yams at a lesser price and then sell them at a higher price in Lagos State. So let's imagine that the total capital needed to start this business is 250,000 naira. One of them brings 100,000 naira and the other brings 150,000 naira. The guy who brought 100k has 40% equity in the business and the guy who brought 150k has 60% equity in the business. So what do? They bring the yams to Lagos, sell the yams, and at the end of the day, they share the returns on this business in ratio of what they brought. This guy gets 40% of the money, this guy gets 60% of the money. That's what we call equity. Now, let's bring this to real estate. The only way you can earn good income from real estate investments without spending so much on buying land or building a house is by owning equity. And in a few minutes, you'll learn how. But first, you need to understand that equity can allow you to invest in real estate markets that would ordinarily take you years of hard work to invest in. So you could actually invest in the Korea real estate market, VI real estate market, even without having the money to buy a whole house in these neighborhoods. With equity, you can also own real estate in neighborhoods that you had only wished you could invest in. You could invest in countries that you don't live in, and in foreign currency. And thanks to technology, you don't even have to visit any of these properties or even see them at all for you to invest in these properties. Equity also allows you to own multiple real estate investments without breaking the bank, but all you need is a good strategy. And the best part is you can transfer your equity in real estate investments to your children or your next of kin. Now let me explain how you can own equity in real estate in two broadly simple ways. The first is what I call co-investing and co-profiting. They go hand in hand. Now, this is a short-term approach, and when I say short-term, it could be anywhere from 1 year to 5 years. And it is divided into three strategies. Now let's look at them one after the other. The first strategy is simple. It involves investing in the project before the project begins, and then when it is sold, you earn returns. So for instance, let's say it costs 65 million naira to build a 4-bedroom duplex, and after construction, the same 4-bedroom duplex is sold for 90 million naira. So this means that the profit realized from that project is 38%, which is about 25 million naira. So if you decide to invest, say 1 million naira in the project, when the building is sold, what you'll be getting will be 38% of your money back as profit, which is about 380k in addition to the money that you invested. Now, when you invest 1 million naira, other people are going to invest in this project as well, and they're also going to get 38% as profit. But someone who invested 10 million naira in the project is going to get 3.8 million naira, whereas you invested 1 million naira there and you're going to get 380,000 naira. The same percentage, but then your returns is based on how much you invested. So it's that simple. The particular thing about this strategy is that you would have to wait until the project is completely sold and delivered before you can earn returns. So you have to know the duration of the project even before investing. Now, strategy number 2. This second strategy is one that allows you earn returns every year for a short period of time, not more than say 5 years. This strategy allows you to start earning returns on your investments every year, whether the project is complete or not. You get to start earning returns from the first year. So these returns are paid from buyers who must have started paying for the property while it is being constructed. So the thing is, when people pay for properties, most people pay, over a period. So instead of waiting until they are done paying, you start earning returns every year from the first year. And the good thing is that your investment can move from one project to another, but you are going to be paid every year for the duration of this investment. The best part of this strategy is that the total returns on investment is usually much higher because you are investing for a slightly long period. So you can earn anywhere from, say, 60% to 100% when you co-invest with this strategy, depending on the number of years you are investing for. Now let's look at the third strategy in this category. This strategy is what I call short-term land banking. This is how it works. You invest in virgin lands within a proposed development that doesn't have any facility yet, and then your money is used to construct infrastructure, say fencing, gatehouse, roads, drainages, and all that. Now, this infrastructure increases the value of the property so that it is sold at a higher price. Now, when the land is sold, you earn returns. Simple. Let me give an example. Let's say a plot of land within a proposed estate in Ekpe is worth 1 million naira, and you invest 100,000 naira in that plot. So you automatically own 10% of the plot together with other investors who have also invested in that land. The entire money invested in this land is used to provide infrastructure that will help increase the value of the land. Now, let's say the land is sold within 1 year, at the rate of 1.3 million naira. The total profits realized will be 30%. Now, 30% of what you invested will be paid to you in addition to the 100,000 naira you invested. So basically, you'll be earning 130,000 naira. This is the short-term land banking strategy. Now, this strategy can also be tweaked to last more than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or even 5 years, depending on how long the investment is going to last for. So the longer the period, the higher the price the land can be sold for, and the higher your return on investment. So if you wait 1 year, the land could be sold for 1.5 million naira. If you wait 5 years, the land could be sold for 7 million naira. If you wait 10 years, the land could be sold for 20 million naira, and so on, and that increases your returns. Now that's option number one. Let's look at the second way you can own equity in real estate. This is what I call co-ownership. You see, unlike co-investing, co-ownership is a long-term strategy. However, it's a strategy that gives you passive income for life or for as long as you decide to hold that investment. In fact, what co-ownership does is that it allows you to build your own real estate portfolio, one property at a time, starting with what you have, without waiting years to be able to afford investing in real estate. So let me explain how it works. If a 2-bedroom apartment in Lekki which sells for 40 million naira is divided into 100 shares, it means that one share of the apartment is worth 400,000 naira. So 100 shares, 40 million naira, right? Now let's assume that you decide to purchase 5 shares in the apartment. That means that your total investment in the apartment is 400,000 naira times 5. That's 2 million naira. It also means that you now own 5% of that entire apartment. I hope you understand that. Now, what this means is that whenever that apartment receives rent, 5% of the entire amount goes to you. Now, it also means that if the apartment is sold eventually, 5% of the proceeds from the sales goes to you. Now, this investment strategy can give you passive income for life, like for the rest of your life, or for as long as you decide to hold that property. So what it means is that at some point, you can decide to sell your shares in that property. So you own five shares in that property. At some point, you say, I don't want these 5 shares anymore. You sell these 5 shares to someone else who owns, shares in that property. That's how it works. No long story. So you see, these strategies I've just shared with you are simple, yet not enough persons understand them. And that's why you won't find this information anywhere. So what we've done is we've created some of these opportunities that you can invest in, both for the long term and the short term. And we are making them available to you. So all you have to do right now to get access to this information is click the link, and we'll take you to the page where you can get all this information. Thank you very much for watching, guys.